was another attempt on Donald Trump's life. The shooter is in FBI custody. He was caught before he could fire the shot. Donald Trump is safe. But this latest incident has cast fresh doubts about the safety of the presidential candidates in the U.S. and the state of American democracy itself. Less than 50 days are left for the presidential election. Can the U.S. keep its presidential candidates safe? Donald Trump was in Florida at his own golf course where this shooter showed up. He's been identified as Ryan Ruth. He is a 58-year-old man from Hawaii. He was only 300 to 500 yards away from Trump. That's when the Secret Service agents spotted him. They noticed a rifle barrel in some bushes. That's when the agents engaged with him.
Former President Donald Trump is safe and unharmed following a protective incident shortly before 2 p.m. on Sunday at Trump International Golf Club at West Palm Beach. The U.S. Secret Service personnel opened fire on a gunman located near the property line, and this matter is under investigation.
They fired at least 4 rounds. Ryan Ruth did not return the fire. Instead, he tried to flee. He dropped his rifle and escaped in a car. The local police later apprehended him on a highway. Here is an eyewitness account.
I was with my family of 3, my mother, father, and me. We were driving on 195. We were actually about to enter 195 until we started seeing a bunch of patrol officers. And then that's when we saw black Nissan speeding up. And with that black Nissan, we started seeing a bunch of more patrol officers. A helicopter actually eventually came. And then it came to a complete halt. I feel like that's the best way you could summarize it.
Ruth had come to the golf course armed. Reports say that he had an AK-47 rifle with a scope, a GoPro camera and 2 backpacks with ceramic tiles. He also had a clear problem with Donald Trump and his politics. Some of his old social media posts have surfaced now. This year he wrote a post on X. It was addressed to Joe Biden, the current president of the United States, and this is what it said. Your campaign should be called something like KDAF, Keep America Democratic and Free. Trump should be Massa, Make Americans Slaves Again, Master. Democracy is on the ballot and we cannot lose. This is what he wrote on social media. He wrote about the war in Ukraine as well. He was a supporter of Ukraine. He doesn't have any military experience, but reports say that in 2022, this man traveled all the way to Ukraine. This was right after the Russian invasion. It seems he was speaking with recruits trying to get foreign fighters to fight for Kiev. Ruth was believed to be involved in all of these efforts, but it's not clear if he was acting in an official capacity. His social media pages are an insight into his mind. There is a series of political messages, some showing support for Palestinians in Taiwan, some others criticizing China. There were posts talking about Chinese biological warfare. He also discussed the pandemic at one point, and he called it an attack. In 2020, he supported Bernie Sanders in the presidential election and called Joe Biden Sleepy Joe. His accounts are no longer accessible. Internet platforms have taken them down. A former neighbor of this man has also spoken out. He said that Ruth was involved in some illegal activities. Listen in.
I ain't seen him in a while, so I don't know what his mindset was. Now, you know, I've been here like 20 years, and so, I mean, I met him, and he was here, and he was bad then when I first moved over here with the feds and stuff and stolen property, and had truckloads of 18-wheelers with stolen property and stuff in it. You know,
yeah,
but
he had a lot of stolen property at his house when he was
over
here?
there, yeah. Mm-hmm. And the feds came and with the trucks and everything and all, and police. And
when did that happen?
That was years ago, though.
Ruth was supposed to be produced before a judge today. Donald Trump was quick to issue a statement after the incident. He said, "I'm safe and well," and I'm quoting, "I will never surrender." Both Biden and Kamala Harris were briefed about this shooting. The White House has issued a statement. Harris said that violence has no place in America. The Secret Service says the threat level remains high, though.
Yes, the threat level is high. We have increased the amount of assets that we've supported. So we live in danger times. So, yes.
Donald Trump has praised the Secret Service. He said they did an outstanding job, but some others have doubts. Once again, questions are being raised, like how did a shooter get so close to the former president? Why was the golf course not cordoned off? Apparently, the Secret Service security was limited. Some reports also say that they spotted the shooter before when the agents were sweeping the course, And something similar, in fact, happened in the month of July as well, when Donald Trump was shot at in Pennsylvania. He had a narrow escape. The bullet just scraped his ear. The shooter, Thomas Matthew Crooks, was spotted near the rally before the shooting, and despite that, he managed to get to a nearby roof and fire a gunshot at Trump. Thankfully, that did not happen today. But this remains a serious situation. Donald Trump, a former U.S. president and a presidential candidate this year, has been targeted for a second time in 2 months. America cannot take this lightly.